mangroves. Alright, we just jumped off the boat. We're charging straight through thick mangroves and sloppy mud, and this is big lizard country, and by big lizard I mean saltwater crocs. But hopefully there's not going to be any up in these mangroves, otherwise we're going to be in some serious trouble. But yeah, we just got about 250 meters straight through this thick mangroves, and then we should come out onto the creek that we got to follow up to this waterfall. So once we get onto that creek, we'll be cruising. Oh, it's getting proper sloppy in here. Oh, this is getting worse, not better. Wow. Shit. Yeah, this is getting real sloppy. I don't even know if we're gonna get through this. So because it's so thick and dense in here, like every 10 meters we've got to put this yellow marking tape. So on our way back, we can find our way back because it's that dense in here. Without this marking tape, I reckon we'd honestly have no idea how to get back to where we started, and that's where we've got to get picked up from. The mangroves have only got worse, thicker, and we're literally just climbing through them. I have no idea if this mission is actually going to be doable because the mangroves are so thick. We don't know if it's going to get to the point where we can't get through them, but we've just told my brother-in-law who dropped us off that it's all good and we're just going to keep going. So he's gone, so we've got no choice but to just keep moving, and hopefully we can get through these mangroves and make it to the creek. We've been sitting at this little deep gully where we can't see the bottom of the water, trying to figure out how we're going to get across it because there's like really skinny mangroves that go out into the middle that you can scramble across. Yeah, it's pretty sketchy because there's a really good chance that there's not a croc near, but there is always that very small chance there could be a croc around here. Got out into the middle, and then there was basically no way to get across to the other side, but eventually I figured out a spot I could get my foot across, and like just stepped across and got it. So I made it to the other side. Hopefully now this mangroves will start transitioning into bushland and we can get onto that creek, because this has been a really rough start and we've wasted a lot of time in these mangroves, and we've still got to find our way back through them. We can finally see some bushland, so this is the end of the mangroves up here. That's such a relief because it's wild as and just so ruthless in these mangroves. We found the creek!
Oh my, and look, it's like a bank right here.
Oh, look at this. Oh, I had no water this whole time too, which is really stupid of me. But finding this freshwater creek is the best thing right now. We've got to leave heaps of marks. Leave a mark right here, so that way we know when we're coming back what point to fork off the creek and follow our track back. So we just got on this creek, and straight away, like, this is Hinchinbrook Island for you. All these freshwater creeks over here are absolutely pristine, like the clearest, cleanest water. Oh, I needed that. first drink of water I've had since that like 2 hours of scrub bashing through the mangroves. And this water is as good as it gets. That was amazing. Can you see it? Mick's like 20 meters up ahead and he's yelling out, woo! You can see the waterfall. And I'm just about to see it, like I haven't seen it yet. So you see like the top half of it and it's already fucking like huge. When we get to the bottom of it, this thing's gonna be massive. Yeah, just went fucking ass up. So we're still probably a good like 500 meters, maybe 600 meters from the falls, but just the fact that we made sight of it and can see the top of it just like keeps your motivation going and just makes you so like amped up to get there. Alright, so we got a little bit of bad news, but mostly good news. This waterfall is very terraced, so there's like a lot of levels to it, just keep dropping down and down, which means it's very hard to get to the base of the main big drop. But we're slowly working our way up, just keep climbing up each terrace. But that does kind of mean that the waterfall isn't like a straight single drop style, which I kind of suspected it wouldn't be anyway. But it still looks insane. Going to keep working our way up, and we're just hoping that at the bottom of the main one there'll be like a nice water hole, because as we've been going up all these little waterfalls, there's been these beautiful swimming holes, so surely there's got to be one at the main one. Alright, so turns out getting to the base of the falls was way harder than we anticipated. Like all them levels leading up to the base of the falls are just way too steep to climb up, so we've got to get around them through the bush. Where we're going around in the bush is on an extremely steep bank, and the bush is unbelievably thick. We're just charging our way through, and we're getting to the point now we're getting tired and we're getting really hungry and worn out and just need a rest. But we just got to push through this thick bush here. Once we get out, we'll be able to chill out for a bit and hopefully be very close to the base of the pool. Alrighty, so after some really hectic scrambling up a steep bank and through thick bush, we finally made it to the base of the big falls. And standing from here, it's pretty insane, but it's not that impressive. Like, we've been to other falls that are better looking from the bottom of them. But once I sent the drone up, like, that's when it really showed off how good this falls is. It looks absolutely insane. today has been like a prime day. One hell of an adventure, trekking through them mangroves in the croc country, and then climbing up all these boulders and scrambling up the side of all these waterfalls to get to the base of the falls. Like, this is what it's all about, just like sending it. I've been wanting to get to this waterfall for a very long time, so I'm stoked to finally get here and get some good shots of it. And yeah, I'm really not looking forward to this walk back, but just got to get it done. I'm gonna fucking sleep good tonight, I'll tell you that.